Guys, we are giving you an update up by the house gardens. You can see all the tomatoes that she started. My daughter started this year are doing great, growing. She's got some peppers planted in there. I don't even know what all she planted in here, to be honest. We got some carrots in that bucket. I don't know what that is. Some kind of maybe squash. I don't know. We've got those still to plant over there in those two buckets. I can't remember what she told me they were. We're going to take them down and plant them soon. They're doing great in them, though. Perhaps a little root bound because of the fact that they are flowering. One of them, at least. Could be cucumber, I think. I don't know. Maybe pumpkin. So, anyway, I don't know. We'll find out. We're going to go plant them down by the garden. So you can see everything's doing great. I got this new hose here from Ollie's. This is they call it a soaker hose, but it's not the normal kind of soaker hose. What it does is it does like a series of spray in the air type water all through the hose, and it's 50 feet. It goes all the way through pretty much all the garden except for the herb garden, which you can just move it for that. I added some mojito mint just today, but I got it yesterday. My other mints, which are here and here, are kind of taking over this corner of the garden, so I figured why not put it over here separated by the skull cap. Now, I'm not sure what this is. I almost think it's comfrey. I almost think it's this comfrey, but I don't know how it got over there. So I don't know what that is. I'm going to be honest. Got some purple basil, you can see. But I'm not going to rip that out either, because if it is comfrey, you can use that for plant tea. It's really good for plants. Now, something that happened, and I'm not sure why. I don't want to step on my daughter's. I think that's collaborate or something. One of my echinacea plants died. Just out of the blue. It was getting watered, just like anything else, and it just died. I don't know if the dog decided that was something he needs to pee on, or what happened there. You can see the wild lettuce from its seeding last year is taken over. I've got some weeds to pick out of them. Kind of growing in my lemon thyme here. And the mulberry bushes are getting leaves slowly, but they're getting them. And then my transplant wild lettuce is perked right up and doing its thing, so it survived. Now, not only did I get the mojito mint, I got Greek basil, or oregano, I'm sorry. Right here, I put that right there. So we'll see how it goes. Now, just so you know, that purple basil, that doesn't come back every year. Now, these two new ones and the mints and all that, they all do come back every year, but that one in particular does not come back every year. So, you know, if you buy that, just don't expect it to keep, be in the same spot that you put it the following year. You'll want to get more seeds or buy another plant of it. So there's the update. I thought the flowers might keep the chickens out of the beds. It didn't work. They actually ripped some flowers off of them. So what I've done is I've hooked up the hose. See it running up. It goes up there, and I put on a water divider basically, so we can water down at the garden down there, the big garden. And you can see I'm doing that now. And just turn a switch on and turn a switch off. So if we catch the stupid chickens in here, we can just switch them up real quick and it'll spray them and they'll get out. And hopefully they'll learn, but I doubt it. They're kind of pea-brained. So anyway, what we're going to do next is we're going to get a 5-gallon bucket. I'm going to trim off the flowers and leaves on these, trim them down. Actually, one of my transplants lived. They wilted to nothing, and then all of a sudden it came back. So, and it looks like maybe the other one did too. Yeah, it wilted to nothing, and then it came back. It's right, am I pointing at it right there. I'll show you. Let me zoom in. Right there. So both of those lived, and we got this big master one here. I had to move those from the end of that garden down there. But there you have it. We got the summer savory right here, growing pretty good. 2 echinaceas still survive. I got more seeds. Those are pretty run-of-the-mill, but it's really good for you. So I try to grow it. Now that basil, or that oregano plant, I'm probably ripping that out for the simple fact that it's a few years old. I think I said this in an old video. And it just doesn't have the smell anymore. So I'm going to take that out. You can see my sage has flowered. Been so busy I didn't even notice. But there it is. So that's the update up here. This is the herb garden again. Our skullcap is doing great. I still haven't gotten around to planting these seeds. I started from herb I started from seeds. So I'm going to get to doing that today or tomorrow. I think my purple basil kicked the bucket. Probably got waterlogged in there. I don't have a tray under it, but still. So there you have those. I'll find a spot for those, but it's getting pretty thick in here. I don't know how much more I can actually plant, if I'm being honest. It's pretty few and far between as far as spaces. Unless I go ahead and start relocating some of this wild lettuce, I don't think I'll be able to do it. So not much more anyway. I did not expect these to bush out. I got to trim up the mint, collect that, get that all collected, and so on. But there you have it. Mojito mint, purple basil, Italian oregano. And they should all do fine here. Everything else has. So that's the update. So I came down here to move the sprayer to get the corn a little better. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think I'm going to get any corn this year. We may have planted too early. It was cold late. We'll see, but given that we're into June now, and I don't even see maybe but one corn coming up, and I'm not even sure that's one, we're probably out of luck on corn this year. I'm not surprised. Older seeds, or kernels, whatever you want to call them, may have been outdated, maybe lost their ability to grow. Noticing my fence is sagging in the heat. So I'm going to have to tighten that up with probably another one of these posts in the middle. But while I was down here picking up all this old hose that got cracked and ripped and broken, I noticed these. Now, I'm not a pine tree expert, but I think those are white pine. I'm not positive. I'll have to look it up. There's a baby one right there. And then this one. So, oh, and one back there. So what I think I'm going to do, oh, and another one over there. I think I'm going to plant these in a row somewhere on the property, because they're just going to get drowned out by these plain old maples and these ugly red pines. So I'm going to do that hopefully soon, because I definitely want them to grow somewhere where we can see them. I have just the spot in mind. So we'll see what happens. Probably do that, and then I'm going to have to water them by hand for a little bit till they establish. This is what's going to have to happen there, because I don't have enough hose to reach like I used to. And hose is kind of expensive these days. So I'll get those moved, and we'll see what happens.